Hey guys, it's Moxley here and welcome to another TEW2020 video. You join us for our first show after All Out 2, which hopefully you guys enjoyed. Obviously it was a pay-per-view success and gained us some money, so hopefully we can carry that on to Fyter Fest. So obviously a wee bit different from the real life calendar, but I'd already planned All Out before they'd announced in real life that Fyter Fest was before All Out. So hopefully next year, 2021, I remember to switch it around. So hopefully it's a good show. It's quite a long show, 17 segments and a couple of pre-show matches, but we're really getting our stuff together towards Fyter Fest. So as always, thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch the video. Any comments, likes and subs, all deeply appreciated. And of course, all the relevant information you'll need for the game, patches, other content from other creators, description below is the best place to find them. So without further ado, we'll crack on. The show again is Knoxville County, I want to say. No, we're at the Funding Centre. We're actually getting better tendencies to go to the Funding Centre. Fair enough, that's in the southeast region. So yeah, we're in Lakeland, Florida. So without further ado, we'll crack on for some more Dynamite. So 7,354 fans at the Funding Centre. And we start off with a pre-show bout that had decent reaction from the crowd at Terrible Wrestling, as Riho defeated Leva Bates in 7:02 with a jumping knee attack. Now we've got some established names on the female side of things in Elite Wrestling. It's time to get the rest to that level so we can have a thriving women's division. A 44 rated match sees Riho pick up the win. She is the better performance here, but two of her better workers in terms of in-ring stuff, and yeah, the crowd turns on neither of them. Our second pre-show bout had a decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling, as the natural Dustin Rhodes defeated John Silver in 7:53 with a suplex snap neck breaker. A 49 here, Dustin with 56 to John Silver's 32. So a defeat for the man from the Dark Order. A few negatives there, but overall a positive. Time for the actual show then, and we are introduced to the show as always by JR, Tony Schiavone and Excalibur, who run down some of tonight's card. Our main event, fresh off the attack of John Moxley, will see Pac take on Darby Allin. The Elite and then our Circle will collide again as Cody and the Young Bucks will face Proud and Powerful, Santana and Ortiz, alongside Cash Wheeler. If I can click on this, we'll see the rest of the card. In the women's division, new signee Tenille Dashwood will take on Bea Priestley in singles competition. But first up, Le Champion is in action as Chris Jericho will square off against Marco Stunt. So the Blood and Guts storyline advances and Losey Seeks obviously promoting that matchup. Only a 50 rating, and I think I only did make this a 5-minute segment instead of 4. That's been my workaround basically to ensure that we're getting this. Not getting this was always 4-minute ones, but having watched a few episodes of Dynamite, they tend to draw that out a bit, so I did make it 5. But hopefully I'll learn going forward. The opening contest was an extremely short match that saw Chris Jericho defeat Marco Stunt in 5:30 with his Walls of Jericho. Just a 48 here, a 43 in-ring performance for Stunt, a 55 for Jericho, so the declining physical ability is really hitting Le Champion already, and yeah, not ideal that one of your main guys with overness is pulling those kind of matches. But then you've got the mic side of things. Now that this stupid little twerp is taken care of, let me address a few things. First of all Out. Yes, Cody Rhodes defeated me, or Cody defeated me, and the Young Bucks defeated Santana and Ortiz. But this isn't the end of the Inner Circle, far from it. It's now time for us to stand up and show what we are truly made of. It's time for us to regroup and end the Elite. It's time for, well, what do we have here? So 85 rated segment. Jericho somehow gets a new hot catchphrase, but he points to the monitor. Let's have a look at the Titantron. We see the Inner Circle members Santana, Ortiz, Jake Hager, Cash Wheeler and Sammy Guevara all attacking Broken Matt Hardy in a 5-on-1 assault, and they're basically throwing him around backstage. Each man taking shots at Matt Hardy, and they leave him there down and outs, with referees and medical staff seeking to come to the help of him. So Matt Hardy has been destroyed by the Inner Circle and that is a 57 rating there. What will that mean for the future of the Inner Circle? What will it mean for the future of Matt Hardy? If I don't make an arse of this has the big potential. That's all I'm saying. Next up, and About the had a decent reaction from the crowd, but terrible wrestling. Priscilla Kelly defeated Hikaru Shida in 7:57. During the matchup, we had Eva Luno distract Hikaru Shida. So disappointingly, just a 34. A 46 performance from Shida and a 38 from Kelly. So the fans weren't too happy with this, but it's up to us to build them up, and that is what we'll certainly look to do here. And the match cooled the crowd a little. Priscilla Kelly picks up the win, and then the Dark Order's music hits. There's no malice in this angle, however, as Uno makes his way up to join Stu Grayson and Brody Lee, and they simply applaud her as she makes her way up to the ramp. She turns around and looks at Brody Lee, and both of them just nod to each other. The Dark Order follows her to the back. So is this confirming Priscilla Kelly in the Dark Order? You'd imagine so with the distraction of Eva Luno, but this was a 43 round segment, and the performance of Brody Lee was good. Next up in the women's division, it was About that had a decent reaction from the crowd, but terrible wrestling, as we had Tenille Dashwood defeat Bea Priestley in 10:04 with the Roaring Elbow. A 42 here, and again the fans not liking either Tenille or Bea, so we are really up against it here. But this, I'm really going to make it a challenge of mine in this particular mod, that we are going to make women's wrestling great, and we're going to turn the crowd into enjoying this kind of stuff. So a 42 rated segment there, and pretty disappointing, but these women will thrive one day. We then have a promo with our newest signee to All Elite Wrestling's women's division, Toni Storm. It's good to be here in AEW. Now unfortunately I'm not cleared to wrestle yet, but don't worry, I'll be cleared in a few weeks, and I'll be good to go and do what I do best in the ring, which means one thing. Nyla Rose, you wanted some competition, and I'll be free for Fyter Fest, so what do you say? Nyla Rose comes out, she stands at the top of the ramp, my favourite kind of promo, and she just says, I'm a fair woman, so I won't come down there and destroy you. I'll wait, I'll hold on, but rest assured at Fyter Fest, I'm going to break you in two and put you right back on the shelf where you belong. So threatening words from Nyla Rose there, and the promo from Toni Storm gets a 61. So yeah, looking forward to that one. That is going to be an absolute mega matchup there. The announced team confirmed that next week AEW Women's Champion Nikki Storm will be in action. They also confirmed that Matt Hardy's been taken to a local hospital, not medical facility, and we'll bring the AEW fans more information once we get it. So a 52 rating there. Obviously you kind of want your champion to be on television the day after she wins the title, or a couple of days after, so yeah. Next up, we had a decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling as Lance Archer defeated QT Marshall in 5:36 with a blackout. Just getting Lance back on television, he gets the win over QT, and a 58 rated match there with Jake doing some good work at ringside. And then we had a few words from Mr. Jake Roberts. After a dominating victory for him, Jake decides to say, Scorpio Sky, congratulations on your victory in the Casino Ladder match, thus becoming the #1 contender to face Lance for the TNT Championship. Congratulations on becoming the next man who's due an opportunity to take a beating from this monster, and the person who will be beaten down so much that they'll be on the brink of retirement. Hell, you'll pretty much be just another Christopher Daniels, beaten down, old, and just another stepping stone for this monster. So a 76, and I really should be starting these storylines up to get the heat behind them, but I kind of forgot. But yeah, Lance Archer with some threatening Jake some threatening words on Scorpio Sky, with that date against Lance Archer impending. Next up, we're with Trent Beretta, or just Trent, and Orange Cassidy, and they're joining Alex Marvez to bring us some information. Marvez says, Trent, what's the big news? Trent says, I'm glad to say we seem to be making inroads on who the culprit was that ran down Chucky T. Police are getting back to us, and hell, we may have an idea who it was before Fyter Fest. So it'll be good to get that off our minds and back to focusing on Chuck E.T.'s return to the ring and to back wrestling. So we might have that person revealed very, very shortly, and that was a 49 rated segment. Next up, in a decent matchup, MJF defeated Colt Cabana in 5:39 with a Swanton Bomb. Simple match, Colt with 62, MJF with 59. You're putting MJF over. Not the flavour of the month anymore though, but still a good 64 matchup. We need the next two matches to kind of really draw, or we are losing pop. Then it was just a hype video for Private Party. I needed to fill 2 minutes, and instead of going on an MJF promo, Private Party have kind of cooled the momentum a little bit, so it was just good to give them a wee bit of hype. Then we have the superb matchup. The Elite, Cody, Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson defeated the Inner Circle, Santana, Ortiz and Cash Wheeler in 11:49 when Ortiz was pinned with a beautiful disaster. You can see in terms of in-ring stuff, the Young Bucks are by far ahead of everyone. Then Cody, then Ortiz, then Santana and Cash Wheeler. It gained some heat into the Blood and Guts storyline, obviously I've just continued that on, and I get a 75 rating. A few guys getting public support, and they got the crowd buzzing, so hopefully they're ready for a blockbuster main event. And in that match, that's frustrating. It was a good matchup though. Darby Allin defeats Pac in 14:24 by pinfall with a quick roll up because we had Moxley come in and attack Pac. So a 74 rating here. Both guys were 71. They didn't click, so that could have been an 80. They got the crowd hotter. This is me utilising Pac putting Darby Allin over once. I just felt like if I can get out of the way quickly because I don't think their paths will really collide anytime soon. And that would have obviously gained some heat to a Moxley Pac storyline if I'd started that. And I finished the show. Thanks to the distraction from John Moxley, Darby Allin has rolled up Pac for the 3 count. The Geordie is livid whilst Moxley laughs at the top of the ramp. Obviously he's wanting revenge because he was attacked last week, so he's just getting out of the head of Pac. This is Moxley's first step of revenge for that attack. So a 79, both guys came out that with public support. Moxley's performance was good, and overall a 76, which increases our pop in 10 regions. I don't think we quite get the home region, but we got everywhere else. But overall, we've had better shows, but I think we just built a lot of stuff up, and I need to go ahead and get the storylines ticking and ready so we can get some heat. But we can see clearly what's the positives and what's the negatives at this time in terms of having to build a women's division, actually having to get more folk to main event status, and making sure that we can comfortably gain pop every show. So we've got Ken Shamrock looking to stay with Impact. His overness won't be too high, 49 these days. Too old again for them, I'm afraid. AEW Dark, let's quickly have a look at that. So I had Joey Janela defeat Peter Avalon. Priscilla Kelly defeated Emi Sakura. A hype video for Deonna Purrazzo, and then she defeated Mel. And a hype video for Private Party. Wardlow with a victory over Brandon Cutler. MJF with a promo. And then we had Sammy Guevara defeat Alex Shelley. Of course, Chris Sabin is injured at the moment, so Alex Shelley's putting people over on AEW Dark. And to finish it up, ROH have changed their production. They've increased it to broadcast to cutting edge and live event to large. I don't think that affects us. Matt Jackson, MJF is a star. Christopher Daniels, Sammy Guevara talks well, good stuff. And Dynamite was a 1.70, so again I think that might be our best rating so far. Let's just double check that. AEW top 100, and there we go, we're getting bigger and bigger, so that's only promising things as we go along. So that's it for this episode. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hopefully you'll join us for next week's episode of Dynamite, and of course the various other bits of content that are up on the channel at this present time. So thanks for watching, take it easy, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.